All right, hi everyone. So this is Sergey
and Andrew.
There you go. And we're coming to you guys with a morning coffee. I think we're trying something new here. We're doing a little podcast thing and kind of talking about goals.
Because we do this anyways on our own.
Yeah.
We drink coffee and talk about this stuff, so we might as well film it.
Exactly. So guys, this is in no way scripted. I literally just showed up at the studio and I was like, grab a chair, dude, let's talk. So I just had this idea this morning. I was like, goals, and I realized that we as humans are very goal-oriented creatures.
Yeah. And if we don't have goals, we quickly get lost.
Right.
It's kind of like a roadmap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think like the life would be very much different if we, maybe even subconsciously, we don't even think about setting up goals, but we always do in a way, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be anything like, oh, like a small goals, like a daily goals. Oh, I gotta go to a grocery store because things like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a schedule in a way.
Yeah.
But I think it's important not to just keep it in your head, especially in a process like this that's very difficult, it's challenging, it's long. So I think it's super important to write that stuff out somewhere. And because when you're gonna have moments where like it gets tough. And if you don't have that why, like why am I here? You have that tough day, you ask yourself why I'm here, and then you answer, well, I don't really know, and it's over. Then you bail.
Yeah.
But if you have that why every time when that question pops into your head, why am I doing this today? It's hard. If you have that clear, this is what I'm going for, you are much more likely to stick through it and push through those tougher times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think to your point, it's like, it's almost like you think about those short-term goals, right? But it's always nice to have maybe like that outreach to where you think about like longer, because to me the goals are, it's like a chain that
Yeah.
it's all connects
Right,
together
it's connected,
and creates that like a circle of life in a way.
Yeah.
So like we're always trying to reach for more, like again maybe but subconsciously, like I know I want to be happy person,
Right.
throughout my life. I know I want to raise two good sons, or
Yeah.
so like those are the things that we all, I'm sure, think about as humans. But then we kind of like, I think it's nice to have it broken down. If someone told you like go do X, Y, and Z, or for instance like go drive to Montana without a map,
Right,
well,
figure it out.
yeah, that would take kind of like a while, right?
You would get lost, you would get discouraged, it would get tough, you would go at some point, I don't even know how to get where I'm going, I'm probably just going to go back to where I was.
Right. So it's very easy to get lost in the process of life.
For sure.
It's the same thing. So like for instance, if you don't have, and again, I keep kind of circling back to short-term goals, because again, they just connect us and they lead
that
the
ultimate
roadway,
long-term
right?
goal.
It's like a GPS that took you, maybe it wasn't like a straight shot to Montana, but at least there was a clear path,
Right.
like you might have ended up taking a few detours on the way.
Well, it's kind of like if you use those like GPS apps, perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
It's got your destination at the end of that map. It's telling you when you're going to get there and how many miles it takes. But it also is breaking down the next turn you have to take.
Exactly.
And that's what you're really focused on, is what's the next turn I have to take in order to finally get to my end goal destination. And that's exactly the way goal setting should be, is what is my end point? What am I trying to get? How do I get there? How do I get there? How do I get there? And then
Perfect.
eventually you work your way back to what's my next step that I have to take.
But I think there's always should be, just to your point, when you said that, there always should be that next.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't have that next in mind, maybe at the time you don't know what that next is.
Right.
But there should be that next. So, and then basically, now let's just apply it to what we do, in terms of goals. And I see a lot of people coming in, especially we have programs that we run, like 6-week program, or we're running like a 3-week program or whatever. And a lot of people coming in, and it seems like they might have a goal in mind, but it doesn't go past that time frame.
Right.
And I think it's important to understand that, again, like it's just one of the steps that connects you to the other step, right?
Yeah, that's why I think like everybody coming out of a 6-week challenge, the first thing they should think about doing is sitting down with me or you and being like, what's my next step? Like, where do I take it from here? Because, I mean, the 6-week program is a start. It's a great start, but it's a start. It's not like, that's it, you're done. Like, start creating goals from there. Have an endpoint in mind from there.
Yeah, it's like, right, and it's a very good point. It almost makes me feel like, for instance, I want to make a chicken soup, right, for lunch, for dinner, whatever, guys. And then I went to a butcher and got a nice chicken. It was delicious, right?
Get your chicken from a butcher? Wow.
Well, I'm just saying, right? For example, market basket, whatever. But then I took that home and I didn't get any potatoes, I didn't get any spices or any vegetables. I think it's gonna be pretty sad looking chicken soup. So, I mean, again, like, this is just, it's like a grocery list. I know that I have to get A, B, and C in order to achieve my goal, right? It's the same thing here with the 6 weeks that you're on right now, guys. You might get your chicken, but it's not going to be very tasty soup.
Right, there's a lot more that goes into it.
There's a lot more. And so, I guess if you apply it to what we're doing again, is just think about that. It's also hard for a lot of people to point out that the ultimate goal, and it might not be very clear when you start, and that's okay, but it should get clearer as you move forward, right? So that's how we want to take this approach, you guys. We would try to apply things that we do to what we do, because it just makes sense. So think of your 6 weeks as that first purchase that you did towards your soup, or that first right, or you're building a house and you just build the foundation. That's a good one, right?
And I think it's important to say that your goal doesn't have to be weight loss. It can be to start, but the goals you can set for yourself can be limitless. I mean, maybe you have a goal of wanting to be able to do a perfect push-up. Well, tell us about it and we'll work on that with you. Maybe you have a goal to be able to reach past your toes on a hamstring stretch. Great, let's work on it. Tell us about it, we'll work on that. So, I mean, your goals can come in any shape and size. It could be a nutritional goal. I want to be able to cut out sugar for a month. It could be a weight loss goal. It could be a performance goal. I mean, you can measure success any way. You know, it could be the goal of maybe I want to get off my medication. I love that goal. I love hearing when people come in and they're like, hey, I don't have to take my meds anymore for like blood pressure. I'm off them because I'm doing better now. That's a great goal. I don't know if that was that person's goal at the start, but if it was, how good would that feel to be like, I'm off it now.
Yeah,
hit that
for
goal.
sure. And the thing is too that sometimes goals can change too. You know, the further you move forward, those can change a little, and that's a great thing too. Like, for example, you know, like my personal life, I got married, and then I always wanted to have kids, so our goals, and we had one kid, and then we had a second, and so life changes, but you still, you just shape them into something else. So for you guys, just hopefully you can take that into like building blocks, you know, a foundation. And then there was a great point Andrew made. They don't have to be, this is a very important point, you guys, because we are in the fat loss business, really. That's kind of what we do, keeping people in shape. And a lot of people get kind of over-focused on scale and numbers. And that's just really frustrating to us because we see changes in you that you don't see. You know, the energy level that you guys bring sometimes.
That's the one I notice so much is like I look around and we see you guys every day. So we see you working out every day. We know how you work out. And I love seeing, like, all of a sudden I see somebody and they're pushing a lot faster at the end of the workout than I've ever seen them do. And you're like, yeah, that person's getting stronger.
Cool. Well, I mean, guys, hopefully you get the point, right? We're just trying to stay focused and think about, like, what are we going to do together as a team here past your 6 weeks. So hopefully you watch this to the end. I think, I hope we bring some valuable points and maybe more clearer points to when it comes to fitness and how things kind of shape. Watch this video, I'm gonna send it to you guys. I'm gonna edit a very cool story of one of our clients. This is very neat. I love that story. Linda, her name is, and you'll see her personal story and transformation. Hopefully,
amazing. Now that is somebody who came in with some very clear, solid goals and has worked incredibly towards
So
them.
if that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what will, right? It's a great story. So hopefully you enjoy listening to us, just chat this morning. And then please read that email. It's, there are a few words there, but it's awesome, right? As well as the pictures you'll see, guys. You don't want to miss that out. And and then let's keep working past this. In the email, I'll also break down, because I already have a lot of people asking what exactly to expect after your 6 weeks. And in terms of, moving forward, I'll explain everything to you guys, and hopefully all of that together will be more clear for you going forward and helpful as well. Cheers.
Cheers.
That was
Good
a good
morning,
one.